So hey guys, I guess I was a little bit presumptuous, I guess that's the word. I don't know if that's a word. Last week when I said I don't know when I'll see you guys, because here I am the next week filming a Q&A. It's really weird. I'm stepping it up, guys. I'm not recording on my phone. I'm recording on a big ass camera with a mic and everything. I have no idea what I'm doing. The reason I'm doing this now is because I know that a lot of you are applying to UWC and you guys are having your interview and you have a lot of questions about that. So I said in my last video that you could comment down some questions down below, and then I also did a question thing on Instagram. So yeah, you sent me in some questions and I'm gonna answer them. Okay, so first I'm just gonna talk about what my experience in applying to UWC was. So it's a little bit different because Iceland doesn't have a national committee. So it's kind of a long story, but I guess I'll try to make it short. So since one of the pillars of UWC RCN is Nordic, a scholarship is provided to Iceland, and I could only apply to that scholarship to go to RCN. So a lot of your questions are about what were your preferences of UWC schools? Did you not want to go to RCN? And I didn't even know there were I knew there were others, but I just knew I couldn't apply to them, so I never even thought of them. So RCN was my only choice. Now, as I said, it is a full scholarship. I don't know if I said that, but it's a full scholarship. So that means that my school, my education is paid for, food and logistic stuff, so my house and stuff like that. What's not paid is day money or weekly money. So any extra I have to pay for myself, and then I also have to pay for my flights. You don't have to spend any money, you can get by with just eating the food in the cantina, but I mean, if you want candy or anything like that, you have to pay with your own money. Then there are kids that are on travel support, and these are usually people from countries far away from Norway that cannot afford to pay for their flight home. So they get paid, or the school pays for them to fly home, so they'll be able to do that. But yeah, so because I didn't apply through a national committee, my experience is quite different. So it isn't, so I applied with some essay questions. They were pretty similar. They were, I think, just tell us about yourself. Why do you want to apply to UWC? And then what extracurriculars have you done that could help you in or are related to UWC? Those were my questions, and I wrote an essay about that. I had done a thing called CISB, which is an international organization. You can Google it. It's a long thing to explain it, but it's pretty cool. It's summer camps. I've been to 3 of them, and yeah, it's really nice, and that they have similar values as UWC, so that helped me, I guess, in the process. And I've also been in a lot of student councils and stuff. Someone asked me what my extracurriculars was, so I guess that's another question. I'm kind of answering a lot of questions in this one. But yeah, and then I was invited for an interview, and I have a feeling that maybe my interview is a little bit less stressful than other countries, since, I mean, not as many people apply. However, there's only one person that gets it, so a lot of people are really stressed about the interview, but I say just relax. I was nervous. I was more nervous the second time, but I don't really remember the questions. I would just think logically. They're probably gonna ask you UWC things, what do you want to do in the future? Why do you want to go to UWC? They asked me what would you say were your vices and good qualities. Then they also asked me how you deal with homesickness, and how would you be able because you will obviously have 4 roommates, how will that affect you? But I would just be calm and you can't really prepare for it, so there's no reason to stress so much about it. Now I'm gonna answer some questions, and I don't know, I've answered a few, but a lot of them are like, do you regret going to UWC because it's not what you expected to be? Definitely not. Like, there's nothing, I don't know. No, I love UWC. And I got a few questions that were, is there anything you don't like about UWC? And I've been trying to think, but I can't really think of it. It's really nice. Like, it's so not cliquey. Like, you just sit anywhere at lunch. I feel like that's what most people do. And like UWC, it has such like, you don't just have a friend group, like your school is a whole community, which is really nice, and it's like, it's super nice to be a part of this community. One thing I'd say maybe that kind of sucks is how isolated it is. I don't think I'm a small town girl. I want to be in a big city, but yeah, I guess I can't. But I mean, it's fine. I'm always around people, so it's nice. So someone asked me, what do you want to do after UWC? I am gonna go to university. I don't know where. I have a list of few countries, preferably somewhere that's warm. But I want to study like music composition or creative writing or literature or something like that. Someone asked me to explain like the classes. Like I said in one vlog, we have like a day schedule, so we have day 1 till 7. And each class, higher level classes are 1 hour and 20 minutes, and standard level classes are 55 minutes. And you go to school from 8 till 2, and then you have some extra like EACs, if not every day, but yeah. Someone asked me, what has UWC taught you so far? And it's weird because I went to UWC and I thought I'd be like, I wouldn't do anything. Stuff like clean my room or do my laundry, because no one is telling me I have to do it, like my parents aren't there. But I actually become so like organized and so, I don't know, like I do my laundry, I've like started taking vitamins, I wrote in a journal every single day when I was there, like I didn't miss out at all. I've never been able to write a diary, like what? And I've just like, I don't know, become like a more whole person. I got a question that said, how is it to be so isolated, like in an isolated fjord for such a long time? Isn't that difficult? And yes, it is. I mean, I'm used to, you know, living in a city and you can go anywhere, and I have a driver's license, so I can just drive and get food. Mostly it's about the food, you know, I just want to eat fast food and like pizza and stuff like that. But since you're always around people, it's not as isolating as you think it is. Like I have 4 roommates. It's like, yeah, I'm not that isolated. And now I'm home and I miss the fjord. It's weird not being right next to water every day. Like that's weird for me. What is my best experience from RCN so far? I mean, I guess it's just the people. Like, I've met so many great people here. Also, this vlog thing is so nice. Like, I'm so proud of myself that I managed to do it every week, except like 1 week, which was the second week that I didn't post. And it's been doing really well lately. Like, I know I shouldn't be like concerned with views or anything like that, but it makes me really happy when I get like views and a lot of subscribers, and then when you guys DM me on Instagram, it's like, it makes my day. It's so nice that I'm actually making an impact and people like watching it. So that's also nice. Was it hard to make new friends? I'm pretty I'm an extrovert, so it's easy for me to make like, it's not hard for me to put myself out there. In the first week, at least at RCN, they have like an intro week, which is specifically designed so that you're, you know, communicating with new people. So that's very nice. But then after that, you're kind of on your own. So it is hard, but like everyone finds at least one person they like, you know? I think so, at least. Like most people socialize and find friends even though they're introverted or shy or something like that. Like I feel like there's so many different people there that you're bound to end up with at least one person you think is kind of cool. So a lot of people ask me about the extracurriculars things and what I did. I've already kind of touched up on that, but I was in like student councils and CISB, and I did music, but that's about it. That's pretty much all I did. What do I want to be in the future? A musician. What's my favorite IB subject and what I do for CARE or CAS? I don't know. I don't know what CAS is. It's like creative active service, I guess. I think so. I don't know. I think it's my EACs, and my EACs are RCN Refugee Initiative, Musicians EAC, Yoga, and TEDx. And my favorite subject, I think it's English literature higher level. It's really nice. We've been studying like poetry, and I like literature. I like all my classes, like math studies. It's so fun. It's so fun. I hated math before I came here, but it's so fun. I love it. And if anyone's like, if you're thinking about taking math studies and people are like, no, it's the easiest math, like it's not. It's just a different type of math, and it's so fun. So don't be scared to take math studies. It's so fun. I've said that like 1,000 times, but it's so fun. I love it. A lot of you guys asked me about my music, and that was so nice, and I'm so happy that at least some of you care about my music. And right now I'm not doing another album. I have a lot of songs, like I'm always writing songs, but I don't want to put another thing on Spotify that's just me and my guitar. I want it to be like produced properly with other instruments, and that's hard. Like both with UWC and then also at home, I don't know where to find stuff like that, because I want to be like, I want to be a real musician, but I don't know where to find a producer or a band or how to do like promote it and stuff like that. So I'm kind of stuck. I feel like, I mean, I'm always writing, so I don't know. I post sometimes on Instagram, so again, you can check that out at Kristín Sesselja. And yeah, I'd love if you follow that. I don't think I have any other questions. But thank you guys so much for being so supportive and following me on Instagram and watching my videos. It's like, it makes me feel really happy, and thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go down below and subscribe.